From the latest cruise news and luxury resort openings to Disney updates, travel trends, and destinations around the world, this is the Elevated Escapes Report. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kristen. Each week, we'll bring you the stories, trends, and travel headlines that matter most to travelers looking for their next elevated escape. Let's get started.
Let's get started, Susie.
Okay. Am I up?
You're up.
Okay. For those of you who have been enjoying celebrating America's 250th birthday, and if you're like me, you like to extend the birthday celebrations beyond just one day, I suggest heading to Washington, D.C. There are some very cool exhibits that have opened recently around the city that are extending some of them out through the end of the year. Some of them will be, I think, permanent. For instance, the Smithsonian 250th Summer Festival in Washington has dates through November 2026. They have their Folklife Festival, which is a month-long cultural celebration for the 250th birthday. Approximately 40 different events are being hosted across the U.S. as a traveling festival and will feature live music, hands-on workshops, food demonstrations, and exhibits spotlighting communities and traditions in all 50 states, which I think sounds pretty cool.
Now, do you celebrate your birthday more than one day?
I'm lucky if I celebrate my birthday at all, but I'd like to celebrate it for more than one day.
Okay.
Also, in Washington, we have the Lincoln Memorial Undercroft. So this is a 15,000 square foot immersive museum that just opened underneath the Lincoln Memorial. Opened on June 25th. And you can step inside the story of Abraham Lincoln through augmented reality, recreations of historic speeches, interactive exhibits exploring the power of his words, and multimedia installations tracing how his ideals have inspired freedom movements across the world. I think that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it does.
I liked the Lincoln Memorial a lot when we went.
Yeah, I mean, 8th grade, that's going back quite a few years, but I did also like the Lincoln Memorial.
At the Library of Congress, there is an exhibition that opened on July 3rd called The Declaration's Promise. And it will feature Thomas Jefferson's rough draft of the Declaration of Independence with his crossed out words and corrections. It also includes the original handwritten copy of Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address and Thomas Jefferson's copy of the Quran. So pretty cool to have these original documents.
Was that something that you would geek out over?
Yeah, I'm pretty nerdy with that stuff.
I'll take over real quick. I was just reading now that the Disney World and Disneyland apps and My Disney Experience, and then they have a separate one for Disneyland, is now going to have translations in Spanish for our Spanish-speaking friends who go to either Anaheim or Orlando. That is just being put out as we speak. So I don't speak very good Spanish, so it's probably not something that I'm going to be checking out, but I think it'll be good for our Spanish-speaking friends.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, the other thing that I saw in DC, this is open until the 26th of July. It's called American Aspirations at the Smithsonian Institution building, which is commonly referred to as the Smithsonian Castle. They are opening a show inspired by the ideals expressed in the Declaration of Independence titled American Aspirations. The exhibit brings together more than 30 of the most significant Smithsonian artifacts under one roof, including Frederick Douglass's Civil War recruitment poster and Harriet Tubman's hymnal. So again, some really cool things. And for those of you who may not be aware, the Smithsonian is free to enter, but there are certain museums you need to make reservations for. So keep an eye out for those things. And if you're interested, go online, see when you can get inside. But I would love to go
Are you
back to
itching?
DC.
I was going to ask you that. Are you itching to go back to DC?
I am. I think you don't really appreciate. I mean, that was the only significant time I spent was in 8th grade. And you don't really appreciate it as much. I think at that age, you're just excited to be on a trip without your parents, hanging out with all your friends.
Although they were going to be super strict. You know, do you remember, that rumor that they were going to tape your door?
I do remember
and
that
then
rumor.
if it broke the seal, then they would know
you were
that
going to be in trouble.
You were going to be in trouble.
That you left your room after curfew.
Nobody did anything stupid that I know of. I didn't get sent home, so
right. That's a plus.
That was a milestone.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about cruises.
Okay.
And I just heard about this cruise line that is a nonprofit.
Okay.
It is called the Boat Company.
Very generic, huh?
Yes. They are Alaska Small Ship Expeditions, offering unrivaled access to the last frontier. They do fewer than 1,000 guests per year. Not per cruise.
Okay.
Per year. So they have ships that are able to get into areas where there isn't even a dock.
Now, what do you do? Jump off?
No, they can get close enough that the gangway will go right out onto the
okay. I was going to say, how
land.
else are you?
They host 20 to 24 guests at a time, and they navigate the protected waterways of the Tongass National Forest with intention, flexibility, and access. So they're able to go through narrow fjords. They see wildlife at eye level. If they see a whale, they'll shut the engines off and they'll just sit and watch the whale.
Okay.
Their expeditions are on kayaks, skiffs, shore landings. It sounds pretty cool to me. They slow down if they see a bear. They just really immerse you in the experience. You can fish for salmon, halibut, trout, shrimp, and crab where the regulations allow.
So this is for very, very, very outdoorsy people.
Yes.
This might really take me out of my comfort zone.
I don't think this is a cruise for you.
I was thinking the same thing. Is this a cruise for you?
It is also not a cruise for me.
It's not a cruise for you.
It is not a cruise for me.
This is too much.
It's too much for me. But they do have onboard naturalists connecting each encounter to the larger ecosystem. So their mission is to really encourage the preservation of Alaska's wilderness. They get you up close and personal so that you really are in it and you appreciate it and you want to keep it pristine. So right on their website, it says you are not watching Alaska, you are in it.
Maybe. I mean, maybe for those of you who have been on Alaskan cruise, been on multiple Alaskan cruise, and you want something a little more immersive, this might not be a bad option.
Well, it's also, again, like I said, it's a nonprofit cruise line. So every dollar beyond operating expenses supports conservation and legal advocacy in Southeast Alaska, including the defense of roadless protections, opposition to industrial logging, and long-term stewardship of the Tongass. So it's an interesting concept.
Do you think I would have to grow a mustache and beard to go on board this?
I don't know. I think you definitely have to wear plaid flannel.
Oh, look like what's his face? Paul Bunyan?
Yes.
I'd have to get the Paul Bunyan look going.
Yeah.
Just grow out the facial hair.
Yeah.
Do you have to grow sideburns too, probably?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, but definitely the Paul Bunyan look. I've got a little bit of news.
Okay.
Royal Caribbean International is talking about their upcoming Discovery class that's going to be coming out in 2029.
Okay.
And it is going to be able to fit through the Panama Canal. Oh. So they're going to be able to go Alaska to the Caribbean.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Because, everybody's getting bigger. especially Royal.
Right.
But they're going to get a little smaller
It's cool.
in their fleet coming up in 2029.
Okay.
And then they're going to have a second launch in 2032. So the next few years, they're going to have a couple additions to their expansive fleet.
Very cool. The last piece of news that I have is an update to the common belief that Tuesday is the cheapest day to book flights.
I've always heard that.
Yes. Well, according to the latest data from Expedia, that is not the case. The cheapest day is Friday.
Okay.
Sunday is the most expensive, but travelers can save up to 3% when booking on a Friday instead of on a Sunday.
3%'s quite a bit, actually. If you think about it, it's your money, so
it's maybe a dinner or something, depending on
especially
where
if
you're going.
On a long international flight, absolutely.
I have also always heard that it's cheapest to travel during the week. So Tuesday, Wednesday. Expedia's report says Friday is also the cheapest day to fly. You can save up to 8%.
Okay.
So however, it's the cheapest that's day to book internationally.
Okay.
But if you're flying domestically within the U.S., Tuesday is the cheapest day. Because flights are 14% less than average compared to a Sunday to fly on a Tuesday.
Gotcha.
They're also the least busy day of the week. And Friday is typically the busiest.
Okay.
So trade-off. Do you want to save a little bit of money? Do you want less hassle?
Yeah. I think at this point in my life, I want less hassle.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah. August is the least expensive month to fly in general. January is the cheapest month to fly domestically. And December is the most expensive.
December, not November. I would think November being the heaviest travel period.
Don't know.
But December's Thanksgiving is all at once, where there's a lot of travel at Christmas in December for people who are so like for you who want to go up and see your family before Christmas, and then you turn around and come back here and spend. A lot of people travel throughout the entire month. You also have a lot of
holidays across. You have Hanukkah, you have Kwanzaa, you have Diwali. Maybe sometimes falls in December. I can't remember.
Festivus.
Well, yes, for the rest of us, yes. But they do say, not to read too much into any of these because, pricing is so dynamic now that you can get a good deal on a Sunday at 2 p.m.
Right. But it's still good to know.
Yeah.
Still good to have in your arsenal. That all you got?
That's all I have.
That's all I got too.
Okay.
All right. It was a short week. We're traveling. You can hear we're recording on the 4th of July. The fireworks are just starting to go off. Luckily, Rhodey doesn't get too excited during the fireworks. So I think he's actually taking a nap now. But,
let's post-dinner nap.
Yeah. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm going to wrap everything up. That wraps up this week's top travel stories on the Elevated Escapes Report. We'll be back next week with the latest travel trends from around the globe. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for making us part of your travel journey. Safe travels and happy birthday, America.